Recorded. Congratulations, you made it here. I'm very excited to be delivering this 5-day challenge, a brand building challenge. It's the first brand building challenge I've run for probably about 3 years because I've been so dedicated to Ripplefest. But now Ripplefest is a summit I can dive back in with delivering challenges again. So guys and girls, who's excited to be here? Give me a whoop whoop in the comments. It is so good to be back. And this 5-day brand building challenge is all on fears. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I've had so many coaching sessions and mentoring sessions, and I've been hearing it a lot all around me recently about the imposter syndrome, comparisonitis, compare and despair, however you want to label that. If you know all the things you can do to get visible, which let's face it, you've only got to go onto Google or follow any of my programs or the gazillion people out there that teach on this stuff. You know what to do to get visible already. You knew what to do to get visible already a year ago, 5 years ago. So why aren't you more visible? What is the sticking point? What is it that's holding you back? And so after I did a live yesterday in the One Drop Movement Facebook group all about compare and despair, I went for a swim. As I was swimming, I just thought to myself, what can I do that even if in the smallest way I can help you to shift, help you to just elevate and expand your thinking around what these sticking points are so that we can really move you forward. Now, it is like a greenhouse in the wheelhouse today. So I'm going to stick the fan on. Hopefully you can't hear that buzzing away in the background. But the key thing is that while I'm here like hot, 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 I want you to be hot, hot, hot. I want you to be the most memorable, shareable industry expert in the world, because why not? And all the time, you know, we say to ourselves, oh, you know, but why me? Or how could I do that? Well, who are you not to do that? Who are you not to step up and be the most visible and credible in your industry? Who are you not to be? So I just was wondering around, like, what would your life and business look like if you became unstoppable? Just think about that for a moment. What would your life and business look like if you became absolutely unstoppable? Feel into the vision of that. Step into the vision of that. You out there, nothing can stop you. No one can stop you. I mean, what would your sales look like if you became unstoppable? If you became relentless in your pursuit to serve and support those prospects who need you the most right now? What would your communities look like if you became unstoppable? What would your cash flow look like if you became unstoppable? What would happen if you chose right now to become unstoppable? I was thinking about this as I was swimming, and I thought, wow, what if we went on a 1-year journey? And I thought, this name came to me, and I thought, that sounds like a mighty good challenge to me. Are you ready for it? 1 year, no fear. Like, imagine if you became unstoppable and you spent the next 12 months of your life, the next 1 year, where you didn't allow fear to stop you, where you totally felt the tension, but you were ready and you were willing to step into the tension of letting go of anything and anyone that has ever stopped you in the past. Any of those shitty little thoughts that you have that stop you or hinder you from serving in the biggest way? What if we went for a whole year with no fear? And of course, as I'm swimming there, I'm thinking 1 year, no fear. And I started to speed up as I was swimming. It's like, yes, that's brilliant. 1 year, no fear. Imagine what we could achieve collectively and individually, one drop together we're the ocean. Imagine what we'd achieve individually and collectively if we grouped together and said, 1 year, no fear. Let's do this. And then I started swimming and I'm thinking, okay, when could I run this challenge? When could I do it? Well, I suppose I need a bit of time to let everybody know about it. And I thought, hang on a minute, 1 year, no fear. Fuck it. I'm running this tomorrow. Right. So 1 year, no fear is about having the idea and getting straight out there. It's about moving yourself to action. If you are going to build a movement, then you need to be moving. You need to be moving. Not just moving other people to action, but you need to be the best demonstration of the action that you are teaching others to take. But that might put even more fear into you then. You're like, oh my God, well, how can I be that example? Well, just one drop at a time, one step at a time. If you're up for joining me for 1 year, no fear, give me a hashtag 1 year, no fear in the comments in this video. I want to know who's with me, who's on a mission to go 1 year, no fear. That anytime something sneaks up or bubbles up, you question it, you see it for what it really is. Is this just something trying to keep me safe? Because I don't need to be safe. I am safe. I'm already safe. Right? You're never going to put yourself in danger. And let's face it, even if the worst thing, like you forget your words, you trip up, you stumble, you go completely blank, you say something really silly, the dog starts barking, the phone rings, when you're right in the middle of delivering something, right? I mean, the amount of time something like that has happened to me, where my phone started ringing or something, if I've forgotten to turn it off. And I just make a joke of it now. It used to terrify me, the fact that that would happen. I'd be switching everything off onto airplane mode. And then there was that one time that I forgot, and I'm right in the middle of delivering a live stream, and bam, my phone goes. Well, what do you do in that moment? For me, I said, the universe is calling you. Right? So you can be creative. People then laugh at it. If you take that element and that sense of love and humor into everything that you do, if you're really serious about what you're doing, or I mean, you know, you're doing something serious, you're making a serious impact, but let's say you're having a really serious conversation and you do fuck up, just laugh about it, say, I totally messed up there, let's reverse, let's back up a bit, and then carry on. There's different things that we're going to talk about this week as strategies to help you overcome some of those things if and when they do ever happen to you. But my desire for you, my intention for you is that what if by the end of this week, you fell in love with visibility so much that you became unstoppable, relentless in your pursuit to serve, and the best known expert in your industry? What if that happened? And what if this week, we're just talking a week here, right? This is your first week towards 1 year, no fear, right? What if this is the week in the whole of the history of your existence on the planet where you finally embrace being seen, stepping up, standing out, and making everything possible that you ever wanted for yourself and your family? Because let's face it, ultimately, this is what's on the other side of visibility. The more people that know you, the more people can trust you. The more people that trust you, the more people are going to buy from you. The more people that buy from you, the more people are going to recommend you. The more ambassadors you have, the more people that buy from you, the more choices and freedom you have. The more choices and freedom you get to enjoy for yourself, for your family. The more choices and freedom you get to give generously to the causes that you care most about. And of course, the more people buy from you, that gives you more freedom and more choices, so you can spend more time doing the things you love with the people you love. It really is that simple. All of this is on the other side of visibility. Visibility is purely a numbers game. That's what it is. Just write that in the comments for me. Visibility is just a numbers game. So how many opportunities realistically do you think you've missed over the last 12 months, could even be over the last month, where you let some kind of fear stop you or hold you back? How many opportunities do you think you've missed? I mean, there are so many fears, right? Not just fears in business, but fears personally as well. How many of those fears do you think have really limited you? And this is an opportunity for you to be completely honest and confront it and own it so that you're ready to step forward into 1 year no fear. I would love for you to commit right now to going on a 1 year no fear journey with me. That over the next 12 months, you commit that you are willing to let go of any doubts, any fears, any limitations, and any of the things that have held you back up until now. Who's with me? Are you ready? Are you willing at least? You might not feel ready. I mean, how many of you were ready to have your first child or to start your first business or to do the thing that you started doing, driving? Think of all of the things that you've done in your life that you probably didn't feel ready to do them, but you did them and you pushed through, and look at you now. Well, this is just one more of those things. So let's hold that vision together, because it all starts with us setting the vision for what it is that you want. It all starts there. Everything starts with vision, right? And everything you want is on the other side of that fear. So let's do this. Let's go on this journey. Today, I'm going to start with a question. Well, there's a number of questions for you actually, and I'd like you to answer them honestly in the comments for me below this video, so that when we're finished, I can go back through and I can go through this process with you. This is a brilliant opportunity for us to work as closely as possible, one-to-one, as we can over the course of this week. So here's a number of questions, and I really want us to keep these sessions to around 15, no more than 20 minutes each day, okay? I'm committed to that. So the first question, how visible are you? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not visible at all, could even go from 0 to 10 if you really want to, 0 being 0 visibility, you're just not getting visibility yet, 10 being you're absolutely everywhere, the whole world knows about you, you're on TV, radio, you jump at every opportunity to open your mouth to speak, and you're literally everywhere, you've got everything in place, your brand is built, you've got your own show, like that's a 10. Yeah, so where are you on that scale of 0 to 10? Pop that in the comments for me. And now let's move on to the next question. How many people do you think know about you? How many people do you think know about you? Now, this isn't how many people know you. This is how many people do you think know about the message that you're sharing? How many people know your story? How many people know your reason why you're doing what you're doing in business? Is it just the business people you know? Have you shouted it from the rooftops? Again, how many people roughly? Is it 100? Is it 1,000? Is it 1? Because you only shared it with yourself, you haven't got out there and done it. And by the way, there is no judgment at all here. Wherever you are is where you are, and if you're on the low numbers, that's even better, because then there's only one way and that's up. Okay, so how many people know about you? How many of you are going live regularly on Facebook? I'm talking like at least 3 times a week. How many of you are going live on Facebook? And if just put I go live on Facebook, how often? Just tell me how often you do it. And that might be a 0. That might be I go live 5 times a day. How often are you going live on Facebook? How many of you have a podcast? So put in the comments, I have a podcast, or I don't have a podcast, or I've started a podcast and I haven't published it. If you have started a podcast and you haven't published it yet, I would love to know, and be honest, because this is a very loving environment for you to get the support you need. Be very honest about what is it that has stopped you from getting that podcast out there in a bigger way until now. Like, if you've published your podcast and you've only told a few ripple makers about it, that's still not really launched. So what stopped you from getting that podcast out there in a bigger way? How many of you have your own YouTube show? Let me know. Do you have a YouTube show? Do you have a YouTube channel and you're not doing anything with it? Have you not got a YouTube channel yet? Tell me where you're at with YouTube. What are you doing with YouTube? How many of you are blogging? How many of you are sharing your words through the written medium instead of the verbal one? It's just as important. Blogging is still public speaking. We have our brand advice center. That's how I channel my blog. If you go on to our community, we have a community on Circle, which is not Facebook, but it's another community. It's where we host all of our courses and our programs and products. And we have an open area so that anybody can come and be a part of that as well, and can read the Brand Advice Center. So instead of calling it a blog, we've called ours the Brand Advice Center. So how many of you have a facility like that through WordPress or Medium or LinkedIn or whatever way, so that you're blogging and getting your message out that way? And how many of you are consistently posting on social media about your business? And I'm talking being vulnerable, sharing the good times, the bad times, sharing all kinds of things about your business that take your tribe on a journey with you. How many of you are doing that consistently? And if you are already doing it, tell me, how often are you doing that? Are you showing up every day? Are you posting something every other day? How often are you being visible for that? And how many of you are speaking at events, whether virtual or live? How many of you are using your mouth to create that message, get that message out there? How many of you are speaking? And if you are already speaking, tell me in the comments, how often are you speaking? Is it once a month, once a week, 2 or 3 times a day? How often are you opening your mouth and communicating with people who don't know you yet? This isn't about you going live into your own group or your own communities, because you should be doing that anyway. I'm talking about you getting yourself in front of strangers. Ultimately, it comes down to, are you really honestly doing all the things you could do to show up and serve at your highest potential, so that your clients and your future clients know exactly what you do and what you've got? Because if you're not visible, then no one's going to know about you. And if they don't know about you, then how can they know about your gifts and talents? How could they know about the skills that you have? How could they know about the message that you have? I mean, God, let's not let that message die inside you. And just get your message out to a small little group of people that you feel safe with. It's time for you to really step up and stand out. Now, I know that as a heart-centered change maker, which you are, otherwise we wouldn't be here, there is nothing more important to you than serving from the heart and making a difference to people. How many of you would agree with that? You are on a mission to serve people and have them experience your gift, right? Well, we've got to let go of anything that is stopping you from doing that, and put your business and put you and your message and your story in the spotlight so that you can shine. So today's fear that we're going to work on is the fear of humiliation and the fear of looking stupid or foolish, right? How many of you have had that fear, or that you have that fear now? Just let me know in the comments. I had it, I let go of it, I've still got it. Like, how many of you are stopping because you think, oh, I don't know if I'm going to forget what I'm going to say, or maybe I stutter, or I trip over my sentences, or what if I just go completely blank? I mean, I remember the very first time that I was on stage and there were 300 people and something in the audience, about 320 people. And I remember standing at the back of the room, seeing this sea of the back of heads, right? All I could see was this sea of heads. The stage was all lit up, really bright. And I was to walk around the audience and come onto the stage. And I remember for every step I took towards the stage, another chunk of my content disappeared. By the time I got to the side of the stage and the music came on and they were just about to introduce me on, I remember just being completely blank. I was so blank. I was blank as a blank thing. And I just thought, I actually thought this. I said, you're going to have to help me here. You need to speak through me because everything I've got is gone. And I took to the stage, and I don't know how, but for the next 10 minutes, I shared absolute gold because it was already inside me, just like your gold is already inside of you. So there are a million and one different things that could happen to you as you are delivering or as you're getting your voice out and your message heard. But the key thing we've got to do is set your intention on your tribe. Who is this message for? And this is your homework for today. Who is your message actually for? Who is this message going to be delivered to? Who are you going to show up for every day? Because we've done some work on this before, and you've probably done some work on your ideal customer profile and your avatar, things like that. But we've got to show up and be really focused on who it is we're doing it for. And you might have all of these things intellectually. You might have a vision board. You might have this stuff around you. You might have it in an Excel spreadsheet. You might be able to send it off to your Facebook ads company. You might have that intellectually. You know who it is. But who is it that's on the other end of that screen that is, or on the other end of the podcast or the blog, reading the blog, the other end of your book, you know, all those things that you could be doing to get visible? Who is it that's actually on the other side? Because we've got to really tune into them. Because yes, you're doing what you're doing. Of course, you want to get visible because it's going to give you a lifestyle. You're going to be able to do all the lovely things that we talked about earlier. And, you know, let's face it, it feels good to feel needed and appreciated and valued when your audience are saying, that was amazing, you know, that really helped me. It feels good and you want to do more of it. But ultimately, the real reason why you're doing what you do, I very much hope, is so that you can support your prospective clients, right? So you can help those people that need you. Like, I'm doing this for you right now. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for you. I'm sharing this challenge because I very much hope that over the course of this week, as I speak, there might be some value that you get from it. It might just shift you, and it might be the smallest shift, but it might be the shift you came for. So when you take yourself out of the picture and you put your client totally in the core focus, the person who you're serving on the other end, I cannot tell you how much pressure that actually removes from you, because now you're not on a mission to perform. Now you don't have to perform. You're literally there showing up for them in love, in gratitude, in generosity. You're sharing your value with them. You're putting all of your focus purely on service. And when you do this, and you do it often enough, any of that fear around fucking up, messing up, forgetting what you were going to say, it all goes away. So your challenge for today, my darlings, is for you to tell me in the comments below, who are you doing this for? Why are you doing this for them? It's really important. Who are you doing it for? Why are you doing this for them? And what vision is it that you are holding for their life or their business of what you do to show up? What vision is it you're holding for them? So I'm doing this for you. I do this because it has taken me fucking years to get where I am. And I know that you can achieve in 1 year what has taken me 18 years to do. And I know that when I show up and I support you to do that, my intention for you is that you become the most visible, credible thought leader in your industry, so that your tribe out there gravitates towards you, spends money with you, gets the life they deserve as a result of the value you give to them. You get the life you deserve as a result of the financial value they give back to you to say thank you for making that shift. And that through you, I get to make that impact on 22 million lives by 2032. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Why are you doing what you're doing? Who are you doing it for? And what's the vision that you're holding for them? I'd love to see that in the comments. That's the only thing you need to do today, is get completely and utterly focused on your audience. I'm really looking forward to this challenge with you. Really looking forward to it. And if you can shift your thoughts and feelings away from you and shift it onto them, you'll find everything becomes a lot easier for you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll look forward to seeing your answers in the comments. I'll be back to play for day number 2 tomorrow. We'll be working on a totally different fear. So take care, have fun, keep making those ripples that only you can make. And I'll look forward to 1 year no fear with you. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.